Afternoon, guys. I don't know where to start with all this now. I'm just putting out information, guys. Please like and share this video. Let's try and get this out to as many people as possible. It's really vital that we talk about this subject right now, especially in the UK, because this is going to be rolled out from 1st of June apparently. And this is this contact tracer app that the government want us to download. This app basically is a complete invasion of our privacy. It's not only going to track you wherever you are, wherever you go. It's going to track people that are within your vicinity, have been around you. And it's all based on this scam virus that still has 99.7% recovery rate, even if it exists, which I doubt that at all. So I'm really appealing to the great British public and other people out there that aren't from the UK to fuck this app off. It's a trap. It's a tool for control. It's another step forward towards a Chinese technocracy on steroids. And if we don't start pushing back and refusing some of this stuff, it's going to get worse. And I've got a few points that I want to make on this contract tracer app. First of all, why the hell is there a tracing app for a virus with a 99.7 recovery rate, which has killed basically less people than the flu, yet there's no contact tracing apps for paedophiles and rapists? How comes this technology is now all of a sudden available to us for this virus, but it wasn't available for the abuse of children? How is it that this technology has popped up so quickly as well? These barriers in shops and everything, it's almost like they knew this was coming. That's because they did know it was coming, basically because it's a scam to take away rights and freedoms. Constantly repeating myself over and over again. Feel like a broken record. So yeah, ask yourself that question. This technology, why hasn't it been used to protect our children? Yeah? I tell you why it's not being used to protect our children, because we live on a paedophile planet, and the people that run this world are into all that shit. They don't care about children, and they don't care about you. So, that's the first question. Secondly, in the UK, did you know that Mr. Cummings, where we've had a big hoo-ha about in the last few weeks, his sister is the director of iDocs, which is running the Tracer app. She became the director on the 14th of April 2020. Oh my God, knock me down with a feather, another vested interest. So we've got Hancock, who is telling everyone to take vaccines with shares in a vaccine company, and now we've got this other clown that has got his fingers in tracking app pies. And if the British public download this app after going batshit crazy over this guy for the last 2 or 3 days, it's everything you've ever seen. Why don't you walk your walk? You've got beef with this guy. Turn down his fucking app when he tells you to download it. It's full of hot air. Okay, so another thing I wanted to bring up, they've actually tested one of these tracking apps. They exposed an asymptomatic COVID-19 person to 455 uninfected and tracked the infection rate. The infection rate of those 455 people, 0 came back infected. Strike me down with this fella. Another interesting thing. This is actually from someone who's employed as a tracing app guy. So I'm just going to read this out for you. This comes from the horse's mouth. The only function of the app serves is consent. I am one of the contract tracers contracted for Public Health England. People who test positive sit with someone and give details to anyone they've been in contact with. That contact is then sent via text or email by government to fill out a form. If it is incomplete, the tracers, like me, call up to get details. The contact does not have to give details, but if they choose to give details, then they consent to our advice. Meaning, if we say get tested and they don't, they've breached the contract between them and us. The app speeds up consent between them and us. The moment you install the app, you cannot legally say no to any medical advice. If you do, you are breaching a contract and can be fined. And get this part, I am a contact tracer, but I am still not downloading the app. Now, what does that tell you, guys? And I'm telling you, we have got to push back on this stuff. Do not download that app. This is a scam. I've said it time and time again. We're at the stage where people cannot go and see their dying relatives and they're saying goodbye over FaceTime. Parents cannot say goodbye to their dying children because of this scamdemic. What are we doing? We're queuing up outside supermarkets, scared to look at each other, scared to touch each other. Everyone's paranoid of each other. This is a complete circus. I don't know what else to say about it anymore. It's so damn obvious. The whole thing is built on a house of cards. You don't even have to look very far behind the curtain to see that the thing falls down with any just small amount of investigation. And all these people crying out about Cummings and politicians and complaining about Boris, I say to you again, why don't you walk your walk instead of whinging and moaning and then obeying whatever immoral order or guide they give you? Why don't you walk your walk and actually start saying no to these psychopaths? Because if we don't start saying no, we are going to end up like China. Surveillance everywhere, forced vaccinations, microchips. I say this every video. It's not a conspiracy if you're actually living it. And I say this in every video. If you blindly trust government and media and think that they don't lie, then you're a fool. And everyone at this stage in the game should be a conspiracy theorist. So guys, don't download that tracking app. And yeah, please share this video around, guys, and much love to you all. Bye.